Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistle.
On the night Michael B. Jordan secured his Oscar, reports suggest the Harvey family attempted to reconnect. A source close to Lori and Marjorie Harvey claimed that Lori, urged by her mother, reached out to her former partner to offer congratulations, but received no reply. In the days that followed, the online narrative quickly locked into a single label, fumbled. It wasn't treated as rumor. It was accepted as conclusion. Social media painted a clear picture. The Harveys had walked away from a future Oscar winner, and now, with his status undeniably elevated, the dynamic had flipped before they had the chance to respond or reshape the story. The perception had already taken hold, gaining traction with every passing moment. The most compelling proof doesn't come from unnamed insiders or tabloid chatter. It comes
appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show in March of '98.
Please welcome Toni Braxton!
She was so freaking mean to me.
directly from Steve Harvey himself on record, speaking openly about Michael B. Jordan and his role in the family's life. In an interview given during the peak of the relationship, Harvey spoke with clear admiration. He detailed the thoughtful gestures Jordan made. A rare collection of premium cigars, a luxury ski gift from Marjorie Harvey, even arranging an entire aquarium experience for Valentine's Day. He described him as a solid man from a respectable background, someone he genuinely supported. There was no hesitation in his tone, no underlying tension, just approval. Those statements didn't disappear. They remain on record, unchanged and undeniable, now standing in stark contrast to the narrative that has surfaced since. The inconsistency becomes even more apparent when Harvey's own stated family rule is considered. In a separate interview, he explained the household principle. Once a relationship ends, that person is cut off completely, treated as if they no longer exist within the family circle. According to him, it was a strict, almost automatic shift. But the timeline complicates that claim. Images captured after the breakup show Harvey and Jordan together at an NBA game, side by side, smiling, arms around each other. The moment contradicts the rule entirely. By that standard, distance should have already been enforced, yet the interaction suggests otherwise. That detail shifts the interpretation. It implies there was no natural fallout, no immediate severing of ties. Instead, it points toward change that may have come later, possibly influenced rather than genuine. And in that shift, Harvey's own past words, once supportive, now stand as quiet evidence that doesn't fully align with the current stance. What makes this especially damaging for the Harveys is that Steve Harvey's endorsement of Michael B. Jordan wasn't vague or surface level. It was deeply detailed. He didn't just offer polite approval. He described specific moments that reflected effort and intention, renting out an entire aquarium, paying attention to Lori's conversations, bringing carefully chosen gifts meant to leave an impression on Marjorie Harvey. These weren't generic gestures. That level of detail makes the relationship feel tangible and authentic in a way broad compliments never could. The cigars, the skis, the elaborate experiences, those are now permanent reference points. They don't fade with time. So every attempt to create distance now runs into a problem. Harvey's own recorded words remain unchanged, directly challenging the revised narrative. He becomes a one voice that can't be dismissed, the family figure whose past statements now act as unintentional counter-evidence. And the pressure doesn't stop there. Another layer emerged right after the 2020.
And when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it.
Wow.
Like it was just quiet.
22 breakup, centered on how the story reached the public. Reports suggested the split was revealed at a highly calculated moment. According to sources discussing the timing, Lori Harvey's side allegedly allowed the news to surface, while Jordan was seated courtside at a basketball game. The effect was immediate. Cameras caught him appearing withdrawn, his attention clearly elsewhere, just as the story began circulating. Online reactions followed quickly, turning that visible moment into viral content. What could have remained a private emotional experience instead unfolded in full public view. If that timing was deliberate, it changes the interpretation entirely. It suggests not just exposure, but orchestration, a moment designed to capture reaction in real time, amplifying impact through visibility. And in that framing, what seemed like coincidence begins to look far more intentional. The courtside moment didn't just fade. It became part of online culture. But the claims tied to it add a much heavier layer to what might have otherwise been seen as a routine breakup. The same family now rumored to be trying to reconnect with Michael B. Jordan is also accused of having turned his most vulnerable moment into public spectacle. That contrast is difficult to ignore and even harder to reframe, and the pattern appears to extend further. Following the split, speculation began circulating that Jordan had moved on with a former white partner. The narrative spread quickly across blogs and social platforms, often paired with insinuations about his intentions and commitment. According to the same stream of claims, Marjorie Harvey was allegedly involved in amplifying that storyline, even bringing in Lisa Ray McCoy to give it added visibility. The commentary was framed as casual opinion.
So it was my obligation to let Oprah Winfrey know how I really...
Observations about past relationships and suggestions about how Lori Harvey should be guided. But when viewed alongside the earlier leak and the timing of events, it starts to feel less random. The combination of narratives, voices, and moments creates the impression of coordination rather than coincidence. In that light, the breakup doesn't appear to have simply played out on its own. It begins to look shaped, guided into the public space with a specific tone and direction. And if that perception holds, it makes the current situation more difficult for the family to manage, because now the silence stands out. When reports surface about a post-Oscar attempt to reconnect, there was no immediate response, no pushback, no clarification, no visible effort to redirect the narrative. For a family often described as media savvy, that absence carries weight. Silence from figures known for strategic communication doesn't read as neutral. It invites interpretation. The result is an open space where speculation grows unchecked. With no countermessage, each passing moment allows a narrative to solidify further. What once may have been controlled messaging is now replaced by inaction, and that shift only intensifies the scrutiny surrounding them. The alleged pressure placed on Steve Harvey has become the one detail that refuses to disappear. Even if the Harvey family never addresses the situation again, the record already exists. The clips of Harvey openly praising Michael B. Jordan are still there. The post-breakup image of the two embracing at a public event still circulates. And alongside that, his own stated rule about cutting off former partners remains on record, directly